cultural heritage matter? How does the preservation of historic buildings, landmarks, and traditions shape our understanding of who we are and where we come from? Cultural heritage, in essence, is a mirror to our past, a testament to our present, and a beacon for our future. But what happens when this mirror shatters, when the pages of history are torn out and discarded? In the heart of Africa, in the vibrant city of Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, a crisis of cultural heritage preservation is unfolding. Alarm bells have been raised over the indiscriminate demolition of historic neighborhoods in Addis Ababa. These demolitions, sanctioned and overseen by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, are not just the destruction of old buildings. They are an assault on the nation's identity, an act of cultural violence that threatens to erase the nation's collective memory. The demolitions started subtly, almost undetectable among the city's bustling activity. But as time went on, they became more blatant, more audacious. Landmarks and heritage sites, some dating back centuries, were reduced to rubble under the guise of development. These were not just buildings, but symbols of a rich and diverse culture, each brick and beam telling a story of the people who built them and the generations who lived within their walls. With each demolition, a piece of Ethiopia's history was lost. These demolitions extend far beyond the historic Arat Kilo and Piazza neighborhoods. Entire communities are being erased, their essence fading into the dust of progress. And in its place, lavish palaces for government officials, estimated to cost a staggering $15 billion. The contrast couldn't be starker. On one hand, the rich history of a nation being erased, and on the other, opulence and extravagance that seem to mock the very heritage they replace. Amidst the dust and rubble of demolished neighborhoods, an outrageous purpose emerges. The government, in a brazen display of power and disregard for cultural heritage, is constructing multiple pharaonic palaces. These grand edifices are not meant for public use, but instead will serve as lavish residences for the rulers of the Prosperity Party. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali and the President of the Oromia region, Shimelis Abdisa, are each set to receive their own grand palaces, monuments to their reign rather than memorials of the nation's past. The cost of these palaces is not only measured in dollars and cents, but in the lives of the people displaced. Thousands of residents, whose families have called these neighborhoods home for generations, are being forcefully uprooted to make way for these palatial constructions. Their homes, their memories, their very identities are being erased in the name of progress, a progress that seems to serve the few at the expense of the many. This blatant disregard for the people and their heritage is a stark reminder of the crisis at hand. The question remains, how much of Ethiopia's past will be sacrificed for the extravagance of the present? This dilemma is not merely a local matter. It's an issue of global significance. The actions taking place are equated to cultural genocide. This term conveys the severity of the situation. By eliminating the nation's collective memory, future generations are denied of their cultural inheritance, the right to know and understand their past. This erasure is particularly pronounced in Addis Ababa, the capital city. The widespread destruction of historical buildings in the name of development is effectively erasing centuries of history and heritage. In response to this crisis, a demand for a new vision for development has been made, one that respects history and culture, a future where development and heritage can coexist, where new structures pay homage to the old, and progress does not equal the erasure of the past is envisioned. It's also crucial for organizations to get involved, contributing their voices and resources to preserve Ethiopia's cultural heritage. This plea extends beyond borders, reaching out to everyone who recognizes the importance of preserving history for future generations. The crisis in Addis Ababa serves as a stark reminder of the significance of cultural heritage and the perils of putting development above preservation. It's a call to action for everyone, everywhere. Support the preservation of Ethiopia's cultural heritage. Stand against cultural erasure. Advocate for a future where history is remembered, not destroyed. Because our past is not just a mirror reflecting who we are, but a beacon indicating where we are headed. Now, let's take a moment to draw inspiration from other parts of the world. Cities such as Paris, Rome, and Prague in Europe have successfully preserved their historic buildings while still developing into bustling, modern cities. They've implemented strict regulations and preservation policies that protect their architectural heritage. These cities have designated historic districts where any renovations or new constructions must adhere to specific guidelines to maintain the overall historic character. But it's not just Europe. There are countries worldwide like Japan and Mexico that have successfully integrated the preservation of historic buildings into their urban development plans. These examples show that development and preservation are not mutually exclusive. They can coexist harmoniously, enhancing the charm and character of the cities, while ensuring they're equipped for the future. By learning from these successful efforts, we can strive for a future where Addis Ababa's cultural heritage stands robust amidst the winds of change, a testament to its rich history and a beacon for its promising future.